Would you rather cross paths with a man or a bear in the forest?
I thought this was just funny because I'm tired of that question. And my argument is that a bear wouldn't ask me stupid questions like that. And secondly, only 3 to 5, there's only 3 to 5 bear deaths a year. And there's about like 15,000, I think, murders from males per year. So if it's a random man, or statistically, I'm more likely to get harmed by... You said random man, random bear. Why would I not listen to statistics?
So your answer is bear, though? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't... And realistically, I don't know.
Most murders happen for people you know,
my
not
only
strangers.
answer is because...
So you think... It's interesting, though. You've made a criticism of me of generalizing women. And when I asked you what, you say things like, oh, women, I say things, or at least you allege that I say that women want men who only have money and status, etc. You know what I find more egregious than that is you think that you're making a generalization about men.
I'm not.
You've painted, basically, if you choose bear over man, you're making a generalization about men to the point that you think it's safer to be in a forest.
I really don't.
Stop. You literally just said bear. You think
Because
stop. Let me finish. You think it's safer to be in the forest alone with a random bear, a wild animal, over a random man. That is misandry. That is man-hating. You clearly have an anti-male bias. Yeah.
Do you see me laughing? I'm not serious about my answer, am I? I said statistically, why would I... If you look online about statistics,
so is your answer
it's
bear
only
or not?
statistics.
Is your answer bear or not?
Statistically, yes.
So you are serious then?
If you look at statistics, I'm not a man-hater. Statistically, yes.
Do you know what per capita is?
Per capita, like the amount of people, yeah.
Per capita. So how many bear encounters do you think the average person has throughout the course of their lifetime?
I don't know. There's no statistics on that. I just said my answer is only statistics.
How many bears?
I'm not a man-hater.
How many bears have you encountered?
Multiple. I've done a lot. Yeah.
You've done a lot with bears?
No, I've done a lot of camping and a lot of traveling.
You've encountered bears?
Black bears, yes. They're not that scary.
And you go up and pet them on the head?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do that?
I wouldn't go pet a random man on the head either.
How many men have you walked past or met in your entire life?
All I know is that I've been abused by multiple men. And I haven't been abused by a bear.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. So let's take this to its logical conclusion. Let's say there's an individual who had bad experiences with somebody who was black or Mexican. And because they had 1, 2, or 3 bad experiences with somebody who is black or Mexican, they now do not want, they're fearful of all black people or all Mexicans.
I'm not.
Is that racist?
Yeah.
Cool, so you're sexist.
I'm not.
Congratulations.
My answer, first thing I said was a joke. I said because dudes won't ask stupid questions like this.
Cool, and then...
That's a joke.
It's actually not a stupid question.
That's a joke.
It's not a stupid question.
The whole reason
it's a temperature check to see if you're a sexist.
I'm not a sexist.
You literally would rather be in the forest. You'd rather
not
be alone.
serious.
Oh my God, you can't walk back. Yes, you are, because you said based off statistics.
Statistically, yes. And if I actually went in person, no, probably not. By myself, no. I told you, I was laughing when I said it.
You can't walk back every single position.
Not everything is black and white, is it?
Pushed back.
Not everything is black and white.
Oh, I agree.
Not everything's black and white.
Look, most things have nuance, but the thing
I'm saying statistically.
Hang on.
You ask yes or no answers, don't you? So you can't say I'm walking back when you don't ask details in that stupid questionnaire. Did you ask the details when you ask yes or no questions?
It's a hypothetical question. Would you rather cross paths with a man or a bear in the forest? Those are the details.
I like to give more details.
I'll give you a better...
Well, how many more?
If it was a polar bear, I'd definitely choose
I'll make it really simple.
A man.
You randomly spawn in the forest. 2 buttons also randomly spawn in the forest
2
with you.
buttons?
On the button left and button
Buttons,
right. Yeah, buttons that you can press.
Yeah.
So you can press to spawn in a random man of the entire U.S. population, an adult man, or you can press the other button, which will spawn in a random bear, and it can be any species of bear that live in the United States? Adult bear.
I would choose the man. When you say the woods, it it makes it seem that it
In the
would be.
forest.
If it's a forest, I assume that would be a black bear or a grizzly bear. The most dangerous bear is a polar bear, right? Those are the ones that
Grizzly bears
actually.
are pretty fucking dangerous.
Yeah, those are
And
the ones that
black
will
bears.
And black
eat
bears,
you.
black bears killed-
are no.
There was literally in
Only
California.
if there's one-
a woman was attacked. I think either attacked or killed.
Yeah.
By a black bear.
But listen, there has to be a baby bear. Most of the time, if it's a black bear, they're defending their cubs. If there's one bear, it suggests that.
Would you be down to take like an IQ test on the podcast right now? Because you said like when you were in 5th grade, you took an IQ test and it was like 149. Could we?
No, I said 143.
Oh, so sorry. My bad,
A real
143.
IQ test takes a large amount of time. If you want to dedicate a couple hours.
No,
I
you
would
can
be
do
willing to do
you can
this.
do what is called a baseline IQ test. So it's not going to be 100% accurate, right? But it'll usually get you within about 10 points or so. It's called a baseline IQ test. So I've taken legitimate IQ tests like you. I agree with you. Mine took I think about 4.5 hours. But hang on,
Yeah.
you can do a streamline IQ test. And what that does is just based on the sampling of questions, it can get you at least within a range. So it's going to get you at least in a range.
I mean, I guess so. I'm a little drunk, but sure, let's do it.